Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my buddy Ryan Ennis. Ryan, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Good. Trying to get used to the fall weather. I love fall.
Yeah, this is my favorite time of the year. This is when everybody's walking around in hoodies and I'm still in a t-shirt. And yeah, I love this weather.
I usually don't stop wearing shorts till it's at least 45 degrees.
Yeah, shorts I'm cool with. I mean, it depends. Like, there's certain weather where it's like I gotta wear pants. But no, I'm with you. I'm a shorts and then t-shirt guy, or even shorts and hoodie.
Yeah,
I like
there
the
you
shirt
go.
and hoodie combination.
I can't do the hoodies or the sweat shirts anymore because I'm the type of person that gets really hot all the time very easily. So I just rock short sleeve shirts all year round.
No, I love my hoodies. That's probably the favorite item of clothing of mine, as I'm a hoodie guy.
Well, there you go. Before we get started, I have some exciting news to announce because I'm pretty sure this happened in between our last shows. American Sports
Mike
Connection.
and I are having a baby.
What's that?
I said Mike and I are having a baby.
Yeah, there you go. That would be worth a lot of money if that happens.
Yeah, right?
That's funny.
Go ahead.
No, American Sports Connection officially has their very first sponsor in the Squared Circle magazine. They were kind enough to take a chance on us, so thank you for that. You can actually get 20% off your order if you use code ASCPOD, P-O-D. You can check them out on Twitter at TSC Wrestling Mag, M-A-G. And I actually ordered an issue. It's actually pretty cool. It's mostly all independent stuff, results for shows, and they'll have interviews with different guys and really interesting stuff. So check it out if you have the time.
And they're based out of here?
I believe so.
That's cool.
I think it's really cool because it's one of the last. You don't really see very many wrestling magazines left. You don't get a physical copy. You get a PDF that you can download and read.
That sounds cool.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
thought it was pretty neat because I really didn't know that many existed anymore.
Yeah, no, that's a dying thing. I remember getting my WWF magazine when I was a kid, and
Dude, I still have a giant tub of them in my garage somewhere.
I have the old toys. I don't have the magazines anymore.
I got rid of all the toys in the blue ring. I'm so mad.
But if anybody out there has old toys and you're looking to get rid of them at a decent price, hit me up.
You looking
I'm
for the
always looking to hang
Hasbros?
Hasbro's, yeah. I wanted to try my hand at who made the rubber ones? LGN?
I think so.
LJN, I mean.
Yeah.
Well, those rubber ones I want because I have some that are so worn down. I wanted to see if I can
the big life size ones like Terry Funk.
No, the big the big rubber ones from the 70s. They had they were already molded.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Because some of them are so worn down. I kind of want to see if I could put them in acetone, strip them down, and then just repaint them. Because I'm never gonna get rid of them. They're gonna be mine forever.
Yeah.
See if I can restore them a little bit.
Oh, Jim in our chat said I take that back. Wrestling Mag is in the UK.
Yeah, that's very true. There are still wrestling mags in the UK.
That's where our sponsor is located at. I take that back. They're in the UK.
All right, awesome.
Now,
Well,
before we get started on Raw and all that jazz, homie, the Young Bucks, apparently they got a cease and desist letter from WWE to stop doing the crotch chop.
It's not unexpected. I'm actually surprised it's taken this long. But yeah, that like now they would do it. I mean, it's like it's not taking any money from them.
Like the whole thing with they did with Cody Rhodes. They did the same thing where he kept saying "fuck the Revival."
Well, that's a little different because I mean,
You're
I think
defaming somebody.
no, well, no, because he's using their intellectual property, the Revival, and it's getting put on T-shirts, and he's in some way, shape, or form, I guess, profiting off of it. That's all I can think of, is because the words "the Revival" are a trademark of
WWE.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's a dick move? Yeah, but I understand that one a little bit more than the crotch chops because crotch chops aren't taking money away from the WWE.
I think they
And
just
really
did it
not
because they wanted to be jerks, basically.
Yeah, but now, why now?
I know that it's a valid point because the Young
You've
Bucks
taken all of the talent in Japan.
Yeah, and the Young Bucks don't need WWE, like, they don't need that, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, okay, they're not going to do the crotch. They're going to come up with some parody of the crotch chop. Then everybody's going to know that they're doing the parody of the crotch chop. And WWE isn't going to be able to do anything about it because that's how they are.
But that's going to make it even better.
Yeah. Kind of what this actually was a perfect segue. I had messaged you yesterday after seeing a video that Matt Hardy put online. And yes, we all know what's going on with TNA, Impact, Global Force, whatever you want to call it. But Matt may have found a way around the broken loopholes, so to speak. I think he's going to become either Awoken or Woken Matt Hardy. And it's I don't know how far. This is the one thing I don't know is how far they can copyright body language, accents, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be, I think, a first.
Because I don't know how far you can take likenesses. Like, I don't know if they would consider that a likeness. Like, that's where I think it gets very gray and hazy.
No, I understand completely. It would be funny. It'd be like Woken Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
But then this is the interesting thing. If that's the case, and not that I'm saying WWE is going to do this, but if they want Jeff Hardy to be with him, I wonder what they would call him as opposed to Brother Nero.
Well, Nero is his legal middle name, so...
That's true.
My brother Nero.
That's possible.
I mean, again, like I'm not a lawyer. I am certainly not a intellectual property lawyer. But I know you can't trademark names. So the whole concept of Brother Nero, but if he says my brother Nero, that may be a legal gray area because again, you're referring to a person's name.
Yeah, you might be able to skirt around it.
And legally, that's his brother Jeffrey Nero Hardy.
Yeah, so it's weird because how Cody can't use the Rhodes name if he's on television. He can only use Cody.
Rhodes isn't his last name. His last name is Runnels.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Rhodes is a gimmick name. That's why Ryback, I mean, he did it his way, and now he's legitimately Ryback Reeves, and he legally owns the name Ryback. I mean, some people want to say, ha, 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 fuck you, Ryback's stupid. Like, I hear it all. And while I think I think he talks a lot, and it's up for a debate if that's a bad thing or a good thing. He's had the right idea about it. This is your fucking brand. Like, how do you just give up your entire brand? If you're with a company for 6-7 years and you get fired, you're left with nothing.
It's kind of like what the Warrior did.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree with that fully. I agree with him 1,000,000% on that.
Yeah,
And I
no,
think
I
it's
actually,
something
that's
that
the
people.
one thing you will hear me agree with Ryback recently. That's actually very smart of him to do.
No, I think that that's brilliant. I mean, it's you need to protect your brand.
All right, now Jim in our chat brings up a very good point with the crotch chop stuff. He says, "Well, what's next? Are they going to take away the too sweet jester?"
L- Legally, they could. That's what I'm wondering too. What's the next step? And it brings me. Why? Why now?
Yeah, it's like they
Are,
just want to be dicks.
are they bleeding for money that badly?
I don't think so. It's just, and Meltzer had talked about this. They had promised their shareholders or stockholders or whatever you call them that they were
Yeah.
going to have a bigger profit this calendar year of 2017 than they did in 2016. And they were like, no, they're nowhere near what they were at this time last year. That's why a lot of the cutbacks.
Yeah, it's I haven't really taken a look at the corporate side of it in a while, like as far as the stocks and stuff, so I don't know where they are. Like I haven't given a shit about the financials this year. But Vince has a history of promising the world. I mean, this is what led to me and Ryan Clark stop being friends was
Oh, I remember.
like, and come a couple years later, Vince is over the numbers he said he would have. It was just taking time for it to catch hold in the big markets.
Well, I
Now,
figured that if you're going to build something as ginormous as the WWE Network, it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
And everyone at the time, I'd say within the first year, were in the business world, were praising them, saying that this is like the future of media.
Yeah. No, it took I want to say 11 years for Netflix to turn a profit.
Well, that's all you need to know then.
I mean, now it's super, like, now it's all profit. I mean, they hand over fist money. But it took a long time to turn profit. They operated in a hole for a while. It takes a long time to build that all up. You got to, the startup is where all the money goes.
Oh, absolutely. And now I just read, I know they put all the WWE ECW stuff on there from Sci-Fi, which actually some of it is not bad, regardless of what people will tell you. And I think the other thing I just read was they're going to start putting Thunder up on there.
Wow.
Which, like, the 1990s WCW nerd in me got excited.
Yeah, but Thunder was only good for such a short period of time.
I'm still waiting for, and I've told anyone that'll listen to this, to our shit from the 1980s, Wrestling Challenge and Superstars. I want, when that shit gets on there, you won't see me for like 3 weeks.
That's the stuff we grew up with. That's our childhood.
I like binge watch that shit.
I love you.
Oh my god, dude, that
show.
shit was so good. It was like the golden age of wrestling.
The funeral parlor.
Yeah, the one I always remember is when the Warrior was put in the casket and they kept trying to like break it open. I was like, I think 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I was like fucking mortified. They killed the Warrior.
Oh, I remember when Earthquake squashed Hulkamania and they had like that whole fucking video package for him. I remember crying that, Earthquake hurt Hulk Hogan. That's why, like, in the later years, I loved Earthquake as fucking Shark and everything else.
Avalanche and all that other shit.
Just because he made me cry when I was a kid. Like, that's how much of a mark I was.
Oh, when he squashed Hogan, right?
Yeah, and
That's the same thing that happened to me too.
I think it was Funeral Parlor or the Brother Love Show, one of the two. But yeah, I remember when fucking Undertaker walked out in the Funeral Parlor and attacked Hogan. He walked out of the casket.
Okay, here's something interesting, right? Jim, in our chat says the WWE stock is down 43%.
From last year? From this time last year?
That's the gist I'm getting of it, yeah.
Wow.
And the thing is, it's not like it's like 2161. He's saying in the chat right now a share.
I don't know if they ever went up to 40 a share though. I'm trying to think of what their peak was.
Let me
I'm trying to think of what it was when I sold it. He may be right though, because I think when I sold it, it was 37, 38. But that was before me and Clark had the falling out. So that's
the highest it ever got was in the low 30s.
And when was that?
And that was in 2014.
Okay, so then it was 27. Not 37.
It was the highest it ever got was 30.94 in March of 2014.
Okay, yeah. That sounds about right. Because that was before. Now, how quickly did it drop? Oh, no, because you're probably not seeing in real time.
I'm looking at it.
Where's the day that fucking Vince McMahon lost $300 million?
It was like in the summer, because I'm looking at it. March 14th was almost 31, and then by June 20th, it was $11.66.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so then 27 is when I sold it, not 37.
Still.
Yeah, oh yeah, because I bought it around 14.
Oh, that's a good payday, man.
Yeah. I just wish I had more.
You and me both, my friend. All right, enough of us rambling about that stuff. What did you think of Monday Night Raw this week?
I liked the Cena Roman back and forth. I enjoyed the main event.
I really have enjoyed Braun and Big Show's matches.
Yeah, man, I can't believe, like, I remember when it was revealed that they wanted Undertaker and Braun, I think last year. I shit so
yeah, we all
hard
scoffed at it, remember?
Bro, we should go back and listen to that. Like, we were like, hell no! Man, I would mark out for that now.
Oh, yeah.
Braun! He's grown on me.
Hell yeah, he's gotten so much better physically. Like, you know, he's gotten in amazing shape, and he's gotten a lot better in the ring.
And you want to laugh? Go back and watch his first Royal Rumble and watch his interaction with Lesnar. Do you remember that when Lesnar just kind of beat the shit out of him?
Oh my God, he like murdered him and then just chucked him out like he was nothing.
Green ass Braun Strowman. That don't happen today.
No.
But yeah, he was just giving them running, Street Fighter knees.
Hell yeah, he was. I remember that shit.
Yeah, like that. I saw that. I was like, nah, that's not cool, Brock. I'm going to go beating nobody up.
Yeah, no, we don't need that now. But I'm actually
put on another good match.
I'm looking forward to their match.
If I thought Braun would win, I would be more excited.
I know.
Because it's going to be some stupid ending, and somehow,
Lesnar's going to win.
Yeah.
That's my issue, with WWE in general, actually. They have, like, wonky finishes in their big matches. Like, I swear they don't know how to write a good finish.
No, I agree.
I actually thought Jeff Hardy and The Miz was pretty good.
Well, the Miz is great.
Well, I know you've been a Miz guy forever.
I've been a Miz. Yeah, I was a Miz dude when he was Mr. Money in the Bank.
No,
So
yeah,
yeah,
I remember that. What do you think of them having the four-way with the women at the next Raw pay-per-view?
I think it could be an okay way if they have the right kind of match. Is it elimination or is it single fall?
I think it's single fall.
If it's done right, it has the potential to be a good idea.
I think a lot of it is to protect Nia Jax.
I don't disagree.
I'm gonna say either that or they just have no fucking clue what to do.
No, I mean, there are ways to have Nia. How to see? It depends where they go with the story, like where they want this to go.
Yeah.
If it's a stall tactic, maybe it could end up, if you at least shine the light on Emma, Emma, right?
Yes.
Okay. Shine the light on her a little bit because she's the one who's kind of like the odd one out of the group.
Yes.
Give her a little bit of time to really show what she's got. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was weird.
And Lance said you finally converted him into a Miz guy.
I'm glad. The more people who could see how great the Miz is, the better it is for him.
Yeah, I'm starting to really get behind him since he's been cutting those killer promos. I gotta tell you though, dude, I don't know if they're like stalling with Rollins and Ambrose, like for Ambrose to turn heel at some point. But it just seems like if you're a tag champion or you're in a tag team, it's like you're in the abyss on Raw.
Yeah, but that's been years they haven't known what's it done with the tag division.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, where it's like you're almost irrelevant.
No, you're right. You're 100% right, and it's so bad because it hasn't stopped. Like they can't figure it out. Now they're just mashing guys together.
Well, dude, look what they've done to Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah.
Like they've turned them into a joke, basically.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if they're getting like more money over here, but I'm seriously wondering if they were like, "Fuck, we should have just stayed where we were."
They weren't getting anywhere near the money in Japan that they're getting here now because I'm pretty sure. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna tell you off air because I'm not completely certain, but they get 5 figures for being in games.
Oh wow.
It's not a little bit of money from what I'm told.
Okay.
And a decent 5-figure salary.
Like, here's a question, and we'll move on to SmackDown. Is this the last time we see the Big Show? Is he done?
I've heard conflicting things. Like, yes, he's having surgery. Apparently, it's a minor surgery, but some reports are saying that it's a minor surgery that may be the end of his in-ring career. So I don't know.
The reason I ask is because Braun threw him through the cage like the first time we saw him. When he chucked Austin and broke the cage.
Huh. I never thought of it that way.
I was like, could that be the end? Like it comes like full circle, you know what I mean?
That's a good question.
Just an observation I thought was kind of interesting.
Oh, that's absolutely interesting. I mean, and I missed that completely, but yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think he said he wanted to go out I think it's February of next year, so I mean that's not that much time. I mean, depending on what it is, he could probably have one final match. I mean, if The Undertaker can have fucking hip surgery, I mean hip replacement and wrestle, then Big Show can wrestle with a small and like after a small hip
Yeah, maybe
surgery,
they should keep
but his
him off,
career
like,
may be
TV
over.
and let him have like one last like big mania match. You know what I mean?
Him versus Akira Tozawa
Let him go out at WrestleMania. Yeah, there you go.
in a ladder match.
You got another supporter in here, Ryan. Jim said he's like The Miz since the real world.
Yeah.
This is funny. Lance is saying whoever built that cage should be fired.
Yeah, right. That's a OSHA hazard right there.
Where's OSHA when you need him? All right, now, what did you think of SmackDown this week?
I'm glad that they finally have moved forward with this Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon love affair that they got going on.
Oh.
I'm happy Nakamura gets another title shot, even though I'm pretty sure Jinder's keeping the title till at least Rumble.
Yeah. The one thing I thought was crazy is the one line that Kevin Owens used in his promo thing with Shane McMahon.
But the helicopter?
Yes.
Yeah, they really touched a fucking nerve with that one. I was like, ooh, that's something.
I was like, that's, as the kids would say, that's straight savage.
Yeah, man. I was like, ooh, family, death. Like, tisk tisk WWE.
Yeah, that's not PG. And Lance said that Shane losing his train of thought was great.
Yeah, it's.
Who does he think he is? Roman Reigns?
And now we get Vince next week.
I'm actually happy because remember we had talked about we didn't know where like Kevin Owens like was, I guess, his stock, you would say, in the company, and now they got him in this big time storyline with Shane and Vince.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with that.
The thing with Carmella and Ellsworth was kind of comical.
Yeah, but I'm wondering where they're going with it now, because she smacked him. Like, she kissed him and then she smacked him in the second part.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean, like, smack you, go away. Like, she just kissed him.
Yeah. And smacked him like, I'm still pissed at you, but I kissed you anyway. You know what I mean? It was like a weird kind of deal.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen now, but that whole promo was kind of like rough.
Yeah.
For not be a I mean, like, for a whole be a star campaign, like WWE, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're not supposed to be promoting bullying now.
Like, that's straight savage.
Yeah, well, the other head scratcher to me is, who did Sami Zayn piss off?
Yeah, I know. How he drew the short straw to be the one to keep jobbing the fucking the artiste.
Yeah, I mean, I like the gimmick, and I like Aiden English, but I'm just like, wow.
Fuck Eddie Guerrero's son-in-law.
And then the other thing, I want your opinion on this, because I've heard different, things about how people thought of that match. Corbin and Dillinger.
Kind of skipped over it, because I have no real interest in Corbin again.
Yeah. I watched it. It was okay.
I mean, like I like Ty, but I'm not like a fan of like, oh my god, I gotta watch a Ty Dillinger wrestling match. Like I like the
Yeah.
character. Like
There you
I'll
go.
rewind the segment. Go ahead.
Jim in our chat said, "Where is the right to censor when you need them?"
Yeah, right. They need to bring that shit back.
I remember that was
Yeah, I
when they
mean,
were making fun of. I think it was the Parent Teacher Council. That's where that all came about.
There's so many of those people ended up joining.
Yeah, it was Richards, Ivory, Bull Buchanan, The Godfather, Val Venus, and I think that was it.
Bully Ray.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure that he was the last one. But yeah, he's the one that everybody forgets. He's the one that I remember the most for some reason.
That's weird. I'm gonna tell you this, Rye. The main event shocked me, and you're gonna laugh why it shocked me. Randy Orton actually entertained me in a match.
I think Shinsuke is one of those guys that other guys are just kind of creaming their pants to get to work for. I mean, to get to work with.
Yeah.
And I truly believe a guy like Orton, who's had it in his like blood forever, like this, a match like that is more than just a run-of-the-mill every night kind of a match. So I think it's like when you get to do something new and exciting at your job, like that's kind of how I see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing that surprised me, and maybe it's because WWE's kind of, I guess you would say, like, programmed their fans. Orton, unless they were in like an area that Orton like is really over, or his hometown or something, he was like getting a very like pro Orton chants.
Well, Orton was getting pro Orton chants.
Yeah, like the crowd was really behind him.
Well, I mean, I think he's kind of at the same level as Cena. And like, how do I put it? Like people just cheer him for being Randy Orton.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
Because I was watching and I'm like, wow. Needless to say, though, my boy was not happy that Nakamura won.
Oh, well.
It's just, I like seeing that stuff where you'll watch it and you're like, you see it through his eyes, like, as opposed to when you were little.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, he was pissed. He was like rolled over. He's like, I'm going to bed. I'm mad.
Well, so now he has to pick between Shinsuke and Jinder.
He told me Jinder all the way.
There we go. We're slowly converting him to Jinderism.
Yeah.
One day he's going to ask to go to school in a turban.
Yes, there you go.
I'm sure that would go over great in South Jersey.
And you say it's not a turban. It's, I don't know what they call them, but it's something different. But yeah, I completely agree with you. That would go over so well in the area that he goes to school in.
Maharaja Shane. That would be cute, though.
Oh, that would be hilarious. All right, moving on. What did you think of 205 Live this week?
About average as usual. I don't think anything really jumped out. Trying to remember what the main event was. Oh, Enzo cheating to win.
Yeah, and wait a minute. I thought he was a good guy.
I think they're turning him heel.
That would be interesting.
Because the last couple of weeks, he like
I I'm undefeated on here, and I'm getting people interested in 205, and
well, he cheated, I think, to beat Gulak. I think he poked him in the eye. I know he had the hands in the tights.
My issue with him, Ryan, is
he
is
wrestle?
really bad in the ring.
Yeah. No, I agree fully.
Like,
you and
he's
I
a
are on the same
guy
page.
that looks like he's been training for like 3 months.
He's not that good.
I mean, maybe if they keep him having like consistent matches, maybe he can get better. I mean, I'm not gonna, shit all over him, because I've seen lots of guys that were bad and kept working and they improved greatly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hopefully, but I don't know, because I've heard that he's pissed off a lot of those 205 Live guys already.
Well, hope for his sake that's not too accurate.
Yeah, because he's hanging on by a thread. But I did like the main event with him winning the elimination match. I thought it was really good.
Oh, I thought it was a great match, and but it's like I don't see him, because he has all, like, he's winning in these heel ways, but he's going against the heel for the belt.
Which is weird to see a heel versus heel.
But right now he's still full blown babyface. He's just a babyface who's been cheating. So
yeah,
I think he said something of, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh wow. Who does he think he is? Jesse Ventura back in the day? I remember he always used to say, "Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat."
Yeah, him, Heenan, and fuck, who was the third one I was just thinking about? That was the third one. Oh, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. Lie, cheat, and steal.
Bro, I miss those Los Guerreros fucking gimmicks, like the pool boy one, and man, that shit was so, as stupid as it was, that shit was so funny.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking Chavito.
It was great.
Do you remember Chavo with the fucking horse in WCW?
Yes.
Pepe. That's the shit I miss.
Dude, it can't be as bad as when WWE repackaged Chavo as Kerwin White.
Yeah, that shit went way out the window when Eddie died.
Well, remember, I don't know if you remember this, because most people don't. That was Dolph Ziggler's first time he was on WWE TV.
He was the caddy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that, Ty Dillinger was Stan from the DX thing, where, hey, what's your name? Stan. See, I just super kicked Stan.
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch it.
And that shit cracks me up.
I'm just glad that they got Kendrick away from the Jack Gallagher thing. That shit was getting really bad.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Oh God, I remember that, Jim, when Barry Darsow was the golfer in WCW.
What was his name?
I don't remember the gimmick name, but he would always bring like his golf, like his putter or something to the ring and try to like putt or something. I vividly remember this, but I don't remember the name that they gave him. I'm looking it up right now as I'm talking to you. It was just so ridiculous that, yeah, he was repackaged as Mr. Hole-in-One or Putting Barry Darsow. It was so bad.
Bro, I don't even fucking remember that.
I vividly remember this. Because it was just so god-awful.
Putting Barry Darsow. Holy shit.
Oh, he had some of the worst gimmicks in WCW. The Black Top Bully.
Yes. That's the one that him and fucking Goldust had that terrible King of the Road match, right?
And they bled and they both got fired.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Oh man, that's good times though. Some of those fucking gimmicks, man. But I guess Enzo's gonna fight Neville at No Mercy now. Is that when they're doing that?
Yeah.
Well, that is definitely a pre-show match.
Yeah, unfortunately. You know, I mean, like, this is the first time I could say, like, this is, you know, they don't have quality now.
Yeah. Usually you're saying, oh, they need to put the Cruiserweight title match on the main card and this and that. Like, no, we understand that. It deserves a pre-show this time.
I mean, like, cause they want to say, like, well, nobody takes it seriously. Well, neither do you. You don't, like, you don't put them on your show, you know, on the main show to show that they're equally important. This is why, you know, like, the casual fan doesn't give a shit, because you don't promote it as equal.
Yeah. The only one that really got over was Tozawa.
Yeah, and where were those shows? If it was in a smart wrestling city, I can understand why he got over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because that comes down to it, too. If you're in, like, you know, bumfuck Iowa. Sorry, anybody who lives in bumfuck Iowa.
Or, just, like, Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah, it's... You just don't compare it to a Toronto or Chicago or a New York.
No, I understand exactly.
And, you know, and then WWE knows this too. I mean, like, at least, you know, I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
Like the Night After Mania kind of feel to it.
Lance wants to know what we think of Ziggler's re-debut.
I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know how they expect him to be taken seriously.
I think it's just he's just basically phoning it in, if you want my honest opinion.
No, I thought he did good with what they gave him to do. I mean, like, if that was his idea, then yeah, he's phoning it in. But I think with what he was handed, I think he's doing okay.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that wasn't his idea to come out just as Naomi.
Yeah. Now,
so,
here's
I mean,
an interesting question. When Enzo wins the belt, Jim wants to know, will he change the strap like Carmella did to Cheetah, like his gear?
Like Carmella did.
Yeah, didn't she have like the briefcase, like a color like, you know, her gear?
It's white. I'm pretty sure it's just white. Didn't Ellsworth just drop it into the ring? Pretty sure it's just a white case.
Okay, well then he must mean like Naomi did, where they had the glow belt.
I hope not.
Yeah, that would be like fucking terrible.
Can't be giving everybody custom belts.
No.
The custom nameplates are fucking awesome.
That's a nice little touch. But yeah, you don't need to get crazy with it.
No.
Now.
Ew, can you imagine that ugly ass belt?
Yeah, it'd be hideous.
Oh my god. I've tried so hard to like that belt. Like, I came around hard on the Universal title. Like, I hated it, and I love red. But now I love that belt. I've come around.
Well, it's not even really red. It's more of like a pinkish red.
What? The Universal title?
Yeah.
No, it's red.
I remember because everyone in Brooklyn, like, shit all over it.
No, it was the fact that it was red, period. Like, how the fuck you gonna have a red leather belt?
Yeah, it's weird.
But I've come to like it, you know, like, you know, I mean, if I had the money, I would buy a red world title belt just to have the red world title belt. I ain't no coming around on the cruiserweight title. I even like the immortal title, the Jeff Hardy title from TNA, the purple one.
Oh God.
I love that belt, and I hate the cruiserweight title.
I hear you.
I want
there you go. Jim said it's the color of the Universal title is fruit roll-up red.
That's about accurate, yeah.
That seems fair. Yeah. All right. Switching to NXT. What were your thoughts on the show this week?
I really like what they did for Asuka. That's the one thing that stands out the most is what they did for Asuka.
Yeah.
I like Lars Sullivan. So I like seeing him beat the shit out of 3 jobbers.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Andrade Cien Almas, they're at least doing something with him. I think the crowd's beginning to care a bit about him.
They're finally giving a shit.
Yeah.
I thought the match with Hero and Tommy was really good.
I skipped it. I don't like Hero. And I'm over Itami. And I just happened to skip it.
I think Itami is going to go back to Japan when his deal's over, but that's just me.
I don't disagree. I mean, it's also... I agree that that's likely. My thing is, he knows the reason why he hasn't been given these opportunities is because he's gotten hurt. We don't know what was lined up for him. And
I think he was supposed to be the face of NXT.
Mm-hmm. And if his pay hasn't been affected, and he knows that the reason why he hasn't been given it yet is because of the injuries, so long as he's good with the office, he may be here.
Yeah.
Because how are you going to blame WWE for you getting hurt?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Especially
it's going to be
if plans
interesting.
were laid out for you to be the face, and you know that they had the desire to work with you, not somebody who's just sitting there like Zack Ryder.
Yeah. That makes absolute sense.
So, I mean, it all comes down to what his relationship is with the office and what he feels about his position in the company. If he's understanding, then I don't see him going anywhere. He's in video games, he has action figures, he has merchandise.
You just reminded me of something going back. I haven't seen him or Mojo Rawley in a minute, and I sure as hell haven't seen Eric Rowan or Luke Harper in a hot minute.
Yeah, there's just guys that have just disappeared.
And that's a shame for Harper because he's probably the best working big man they have.
I agree.
That he could basically probably have a good match with anybody.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. Sorry, I'm being a pig and stuffing my face with cookies.
It's all good. Oh, Lance says he heard that they're repackaging Harper and Rowan.
Well, that's good. I mean,
I'm just annoyed because this guy, Harper, was in like the main fucking storyline going into WrestleMania where they almost were considering putting him in the world title match with Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton, and now it's like nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's the problem with fly-by-week booking.
Yep. Because remember the whole plan, or at least it was reported, the plan was for Bray Wyatt to stay on SmackDown and feud with Orton through the summer and get the belt back. And then they decided at the last minute, hey, let's move him to Raw.
I honestly think WWE would be at least in a better position storyline wise if they did what NXT does and taped 5 episodes at once.
Yeah.
Because Vince would have everything on his mind over a couple of days, and then
Then he wouldn't be able to
married into something.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to micromanage and change shit.
Yeah, the most time he'd have to change everything is 5 days, and or 3 days, however many days that they would tape for.
Yeah.
But then after that, then you're married into it, and then you have that additional time to come up with other stuff.
Well, I don't know if Jericho said on his podcast, I can't remember where. He told a story about where Jericho had an idea he was going to pitch to Vince about Jericho and HBK against the Wyatts, like back in the day, like years ago. And apparently when he went to like go meet with Vince, he was eating dinner or lunch or whatever, and like he was having steak, and Jericho was pitching him this idea, and because the steak was not good, Vince like wasn't interested or was like pissed off, and he didn't even want to hear about the idea after that. I was just like, well, that's fucking weird.
Fucking eccentric billionaires.
I know. I was just like, because he's telling him this whole like pitch for this angle, and he's like, bad steak, and Jericho's like, excuse me. I was just like, if this is a true story, I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's something else.
Here's something interesting. Asuka is actually coming, like almost in my area. It's like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, for a signing next month.
Cool.
It's cool, but not the prices aren't so cool.
Of course not.
I think the cheapest was like $75.
Fuck that shit.
I know. Well, remember, Nakamura came here in February, and I so wanted to go, but I didn't have the money, because I was like, fuck, when's Nakamura going to come back and sign? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or get a picture with him? That would have been badass.
I agree.
Now, do you still watch Impact, or no?
Here and there.
Did you watch it this week?
I watched. No, because that came on last night, right?
Yes.
I was busy all day today. I'll probably watch tomorrow morning.
No, that's all good. I actually like, dude, they had Eli, Drake, and Seidel as their main event.
Yeah, I remember them setting that up last week.
And we were talking about this off air, and it's no knock on them. OVE, like you had mentioned to me, they haven't done anything to make them stand out.
Yeah, no, my exact words to you before were, I feel like I'm missing something with them because you and I kind of share our interests in what we like in wrestling, and I watch these guys wrestle, and it's like, what makes you different than anybody else that I don't know, and so far I haven't seen it, and you keep telling me about all these mind-blowing matches that you've seen them in, and I'm like, all right, well, then what the fuck is TNA doing? They're obviously not booking them well because the first match, it was too competitive from the other side.
Yeah. I agree with that. It's just, it's weird, like, how they're doing that. Yeah, I agree with Jim. The promo was great, but they're not showing what they can do.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a testament to them. I don't know.
So, well, like the same thing with, like, LAX. I really like those guys, EYFBO, but I feel like they do the same thing.
Yeah, and with the LAX, I just think that they're banking off of an old idea.
Yeah. Well, and
That's
then
not LAX. That's Conan saying that they're LAX. Now all
yeah,
of a
yeah,
sudden I'm
yeah.
like,
And then they brought Loki in, and then he got pissed off and quit.
oh really? I haven't even seen that. I was about to say about Low Key.
Yeah, he was.
He,
They had him in LAX. He was supposed to fight Patron for the title,
yeah.
and then they stripped him of it, and they did the battle royal because Loki wanted to be champion, and they were like, "No, we want to put you in the."
Oh yeah, and then he came in number 20. He came in. He was the
that
last
and they
one to come
after
in.
that they wanted him to do something with the X division, and he's like, "Nope, I'm out."
So what? He quit TNA?
Yeah,
Like for real?
yeah, legitimately.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like right after they switched the plans when Cornette was on there and he came in at number 20. Yeah, it was like right after that.
Huh? I didn't know that.
But he's been known to, I guess, be difficult at times to work with.
I've heard that.
I mean, I don't personally know him or anything, and I know you've seen him. Like we've talked about this
Well, yeah,
before.
yeah, but by seeing him, I saw him online at Rite Aid, or I saw him standing outside a house. Yeah, I have no real actual point of reference.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. But yeah, that happened. I know. I don't want to give like too much spoilers away, but OVE is supposed to be in the coming weeks fighting LAX. So maybe they'll give them a decent match. It's supposed to be airing in a few weeks. I think like 2 weeks, if I remember correctly. Taya Valkyrie actually debuted on Impact this week.
Yeah, I heard that.
She's actually very nice. Very, very nice. When I met her, she was super nice.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, I can't say enough like nice things about her. I personally, when I watch Impact, I hate the stuff they're doing with Abyss, with the Joseph Parks thing or whatever you call it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Joseph Park character. Like, I thought
No,
it
I
was a
like the
great change
character.
for
It's
him.
just like what they have him doing at the present point in time is like, ugh.
Well, I think that whole storyline with Grado is just ridiculous.
No, I agree with you.
Like, how is this wrestling related?
And I've told you this before, dude. I'll watch Impact, but I have it on mute. I cannot listen to Josh Matthews.
Yeah, he's like way past Michael Cole level bad.
And that's saying something.
Yeah.
I will
Like,
say...
I understand
and-
heels, but he's almost to the point that I don't want to watch his show anymore. Annoying.
No, I agree with you. What was I going to tell you? To circle back to WWE, I'm actually glad that they took like 4 weeks or 5 weeks from SummerSlam to have the Raw pay-per-view to like build it up correctly. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because I was sick of this 2 week. We're going to get back to it soon, but 2 weeks in a pay-per-view. 2 weeks in a pay-per-view.
No, I agree with you fully.
To me, it makes like absolutely no fucking sense.
Now you have time for like things to matter and like things to build up.
Like that's why
So people give a fuck.
Yeah, and that's why I mean I don't personally want to see it, but the way they're doing with John Cena and Roman Reigns is interesting because they're just talking and they actually haven't touched each other, which I really like from an old school perspective.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch until you get in the ring at the pay-per-view.
Make them pay for it.
Yeah, make it mean something. But that's the old school in me.
No, I agree fully.
Excuse
I'm
me.
with you every sense of the way.
Jim said he's Mike Adamle bad.
He's over that.
It's pretty.
Man,
it's pretty fucking
how the
bad.
fuck did Mike Adamle become fucking head of Raw?
Oh my god, that was awful.
Like, how is that a thing?
I don't know. It's amazing to me.
Fucking American Gladiator, this guy running wrestling show.
On that note, we're going to get out of here for tonight. You can find us on our social media links at facebook.com/American Sports Connection or on Twitter at AM Sports Con, CON Pod, POD. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff, and we'll see you back next week. Have a good night, everyone.